Feels like summer in New York City today. Game number 3 of a 4-game series. Last night, Francisco Lindor, his first career walk-off home run as a Met. And the Mets win 5-4 over the Cardinals.
Kodai Senga and that ghost fork pitch of his, back and healthy, and big news for the Mets.
He has legit #1 stuff. You're talking about a guy mid-90s with his fastball and the coolest all-time name for any pitch I've ever heard.
Lars Nootbaar, left-hand batter, hitting .264 with 3 homers, 10 runs batted in. Got off to a great start, but has struggled lately.
And that is popped up short left field. The shortstop is calling for it, and Lindor makes the catch. Almost dropped it.
Almost
made
dropped
the play
it
in front of Nimmo and then flipped the ball to Nimmo. Wilson Contreras for the series, 1 hit in 7 at bats, and that was a double.
And here's a first pitch swing, and this to the right-hand side is playable for Juan Soto on the approach for out number 2 very quickly for Senga.
Donovan has a 12-game hitting streak against the New York Mets, but overall this season he has put together a 14-gamer, batting .463 with 25 hits during the streak.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle to his right. Acuna backhands, throws to first in time, and that retires the side.
It's a 7-pitch inning.
The lefty Matthew Liberatore, the starting pitcher for the Cardinals.
Liberatore last year 0-1 as he worked in 2 games of relief against the Mets. He had a 3.60 ERA.
It was the first Mets walk-off home run for Francisco Lindor last night, the 3rd of his career overall. Looking for his first hit right-handed this year. Swing and a foul that's into the mid of the catcher Pozo for strike 3.
Almost all his strikeouts are going to come down and in to those right-handers. He works the ball up some, but he will throw that nasty slider down and in a lot.
Juan went 1 for 3 in last night's game. That 1 hit, an RBI single in the 5th inning, which tied the game 2-2.
A ground ball to the second baseman. Nice waist-high hop for Nolan Gorman, and he throws out Juan Soto. We have a strikeout and a ground out, leading to Pete Alonso. Alonso has gone 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts while facing Matthew Liberatore.
Pete is 3rd in the National League in hitting coming in.
It's swung on and it's popped up to the right side of the infield. Backing up to the outfield grass, it's Gorman. The second baseman makes the catch in front of Lars Nootbaar. And the Mets go in order. We played 1 no score at Citi Field.
First walk for either team today, and that brings up the right-hand hitting shortstop Thomas Saggese.
A swing, and the ball is looped down the right field line, and it is going to drop fair. Saggese has a hit. He's on his way to second. He slides in safely onto third base, Alec Burleson.
And boy, has he swung it well since coming up to the Cardinals.
Great play by Soto there, too, by the way.
Yeah, that could have easily kicked around for a while and been real trouble. Instead, it's a double.
So let's keep the infield back. Here's Nolan Gorman, left-hand batter with 2 in scoring position.
He's 0 for his last 8. 1 hit in the last 11 at bats.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went right back to the fork, ball in the dirt. And that is a big second out for Senga because the runners will now not have the benefit of the infield, at least up the middle, playing up. All 4 of them can drop back.
Joel Pozo was the batter trying to pick up Gorman.
The 1-0, a little pop fly to center field. It's going to hang up for his Okar, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Senga works out of some trouble here in the second.
Scoreless game, each team with a hit so far, and Liberatore will face Acuna.
First pitch swing, Luis Angel Acuna up the alleyway. He can really run, and he's going to get 2 bases. It would have been 3 if Scott didn't cut that off. It's a first pitch double for Acuna.
Hit number 2 for New York, and he just jumped on that.
Infield back, 2 outs, runner at second.
Liberatore has a window to get out of this now as Lindor bounces out 5-3 and Soto's at the plate.
Breaking ball hit hard up the middle and through. Base hit into center field. Acuna scores from second.
Just like last night when he broke the 0 for 12, it is 1-0 Mets.
The way things have been going in this series, Ricky, that feels like 10-0.
It sure does.
So he's at first. Acuna's in, and here's Alonso.
Oh boy, be careful here. Alonso can make that lead that feels like a big lead already even bigger.
This to left center field, again doused by Alonso. Up an alleyway, here comes Soto. And what a tandem they are. It's 2-0 Mets.
Pete Alonso drives in another. 22 RBIs, a 2-out shot to the gap.
And already 2 runs on 3 hits, with the Mets looking for more after 2 outs in the 3rd inning today.
Players will tell you those 2-out RBI hits are gold.
So now Vientos, runner at second, 2 outs.
You might remember Libby's start against the Angels, where he went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. They were all in the 3rd inning. Let's just leave it at 2, though.
Vientos pops it up. right side of the infield towards shallow right. Gorman out from second base, eyes to the sky, makes the two-hand catch, side retired. But the Mets jump on Liberatore, double, single, double, 2-run score. Kodai faces the heart of the order for the Redbirds. Donovan, Arenado, and Burleson. After the Mets just spotted him a couple of runs. Donovan lines one toward third. Leaping catch by Vientos. What a play! Mark Vientos getting up at third base. He was playing in line with the bag, maybe 20 feet off the line, in perfect placement, and then he just had to shoot up to the clouds to pick it out of the sky for the first out. Burleson walked in the second inning, the only one to walk today. Burleson hits a high pop, shallow left. Nimmo in one of those shadowy stripes, makes the catch moving toward the sunny portion of left field. Brett Beatty has come out to play third base, which means Mark Vientos is out of the game. That leaping catch he made on Brendan Donovan, maybe it was on that play that he tweaked something.
The Cardinals send up Thomas Ajacci. He has their only hit when he doubled the opposite way.
And the 0-1 punched in the air down the right field line. Long run for Soto towards the corner. Ball's carrying, and it drops fair in for a hit. Picked up on the track in the corner by Soto, who fires into Acuna, and standing at second with his second double of the game is Thomas Ajacci. So this kid is now 13 for 28 at the plate for the Cardinals this year.
A wild pitch has a runner at third with nobody out.
Pozo flied to center his first time. Infield back up the middle. Even at the corners. Swing on a grounder to third. Runner breaking for the plate. Beatty up with the ball. Throws home. And Ajacci is out by a healthy margin.
Fresh into the game, Beatty cuts down Ajacci.
I'm sure he was going on contact. Just the Cardinals had to try to make something happen.
They've only scored 9 runs in their last 4 games, plus now 4 2/3 innings of this one.
Now a runner at first for Victor Scott, the second, and 2 outs.
Swinging a high fly ball to left field. Towards the line comes Nimmo. Still coming. Pulls up. Makes the catch in fair territory. And that retires the side. And now starting his third time through the order, Senga has to deal with first and second, no out. Brendan Donovan, the league's leading hitter, coming up.
Second base, hit hard. Acuna on the scoop. Turn to first. Double play. Acuna, Lindor, and Alonso. And a huge turn by the Mets defense.
Now Senga now runner at third base, 2 outs. There have been 4 at bats for the Cardinals with somebody at third base, and Senga's been able to hold him down. Trying to do it again here against Arenado.
Up and in, and it hit him. Arenado was hit by the pitch.
Got him below the elbow on the forearm as he skipped out of the batter's box in obvious immediate pain.
Where he's staying, Senga's going.
He leaves with 2 on and 2 out. The Mets will dip into the bullpen, and a huge round of applause for the Mets pitcher.
Reed Garrett, the new pitcher for the Mets, who lead the Cardinals 2-0. 2 out, top of the 6th. Runners at first and third, and left-hand hitting Alec Burleson, the batter.
Burleson hits a ground ball to the second baseman Acuna, who throws him out.
So Garrett helped strand a couple. And again, the Cardinals threatened but failed to score. 2 walks in the inning now, allowed by Minter. The tying runs are aboard. And Brendan Donovan, who's been Mr. Everything offensively for the Cardinals, going to be the batter representing the potential go-ahead run.
On the ground, second base, Acuna gets 1, and that's all. 2 down, runners at the corners.
And Nolan Arenado is up. Oh, for a big hit here.
This is why you go out and you get an A.J. Minter. This is why you go out and you get a Nolan Arenado for these big situations right here.
And that's high. The bases are loaded on walks by A.J. Minter. Arenado takes a walk.
Despite the 3rd walk of the inning, it will be Minter who faces Burleson.
First one on the ground, up the middle infield, a wheeling. Lindor got him. What a play.
From well over to the second base side of the bag and the edge of the outfield grass, spun around to throw out Burleson, and the Cardinals are done in the 8th. They leave him loaded. That's not mind a little more breathing room if he can provide it. Alonso does have good power to right and right center.
Oh my! That ball is tortured by Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso into the second deck, just to the left of the 358 mark in left field for Alonso. Home run number 6 on the year.
It's 80 degrees, but it's still the polar bear's natural habitat.
And after all the Michigas, 2 straight strikeouts from Diaz here in the 9th inning. And the last hope for the Cardinals is their catcher, Yoel Pozo.
On the ground to shortstop. Lindor on the grass. Takes care of the shutout. The Mets win 3-0 behind Senga and the bullpen.
They have taken the first 3 games of this 4-game series.